silly thing to say.
No, that's not the San Andreas fault. It's the something and it's like Florida, Kentucky, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Badger Den for senior night 2017 volleyball. Right now, just introducing the non-starters. Today's gonna be a good matchup. Bennington is rated number 10 in Class B, and Waverly number 9. Bennington's had a tough stretch lately, falling to 3 rated teams in the past 10 days. Had close matchups in a triangular a week and a half ago against Duchenne and Concordia, and then they went to Wahoo and dropped a tough one there as well. Senior night, so we've got the band here, and it looks like some sort of Hawaiian night in the student section.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of a Hawaiian feel over there in the student section.
All right, looks like Waverly, is going to start off serving tonight. little technical difficulties there with our audio. Let's see if Braden's mic decides not to act up anymore. Big block by Hoos for Waverly. And they go up 3-1. Nice hit by Escomet. Up to serve now for the Badgers, number 11, Michaela Puck. Big block at the nets by the Badgers. They've tied it up, 3-all.
I think that'll be an important thing here tonight. If you're Bennington here early on, keep it close, keep your home crowd into this, keep the student section live and rowdy.
Another big block of the net by the Badgers. Jensen Bartles there to put the Badgers up 4-3 now. Bennington's taking the lead early after falling behind just for a moment. And Waverly's in the net. Little punch over the net. Prados hit his into the net once again. Bennington up 6-3. On puck serve into the net there. Common theme lately for the Badgers, starting off strong. The last 3 games against all rated opponents, they won the first game, but ended up failing to keep the momentum going and losing the next 2 to 3 game sets to. So hopefully we see a little bit different here today. And there's that home crowd getting into it. Student section. A little bit too much on that one for the Badgers to handle it. A little uncertainty there from Reagan Smith, but the Badgers are still able to score, going up 8-6. This time the Badgers not able to block her the net. Waverly closed the gap a little bit. Looks like Waverly was in net there. See if the Badgers can string a few together.
Great job by Jensen to dig that out of the net.
Ball's out. Bennington goes up 10-7. That one from Rupert goes a little wide. Waverly's back within one. And Evans' serve is into the net. Now back to serve for the Vikings. It's Kennedy Van Scoy. Smith's hit scores him a point. All right, Braden, you're the expert. What do we see there?
Yeah, the pass was a little low, so the setter, Evans, had to go down just a little bit to receive that ball, and trying to set it over her head, got called for the double contact.
So now we got a little time here with a timeout. Get those, didn't get much intros at the beginning. I'm Craig Picorni, and this is Braden Bonchoff here. Braden is the expert out of the two of us.
I don't know if I'd throw around the word expert.
Okay, well, compared to me, he's the expert. So he'll probably correct me every couple minutes.
I'll keep you in line, Craig.
Bennington comes into this game 19-11 on the season. Waverly at 18-10. Like I said earlier, Bennington's had a tough stretch of games lately. The last 3 games have been against rated opponents, and here we go, number 4 in a row. And Stansberry back to serve is a little bit long. Got a good volley going on here. And a little bit too much on it. One more for Waverly.
Yeah, it looked like on that swing by accident. She's trying to maybe try to go high hands off the block, get the touch.
Nice dive by Puck there.
Now Jensen called for the double contact.
Another little miscue by the Badgers, and Waverly's got it tied up.
Yeah, Rose Grunwald back there serving for Waverly's. Kind of mixing it up with the float, and it's working pretty good. That's 3 in a row. Bennington's been having trouble receiving it, getting a good pass, trying to get in rhythm.
Yeah, Rose Grunwald there's number 20 in Class B in aces. It's a pretty good server back there for Waverly.
There's another one.
It looked like a little miscue. I think everybody except Rose Grunwald thought it was going to go long. And Bennington's able to tie it back up. Puck back to serve. And she is number 10 in Class B in aces. This time a little long. Back to serve for the Vikings, number 4, Hallie Schwang. Puck takes the serve.
Great up.
Big hit for the Vikings there. They take the lead.
Yep, your offense always starts with the pass. It was great pass to start that attack, which leads to a point for Waverly, and now the lead.
A little bit long again for the Badgers. And they take a timeout. Like we said earlier, it's senior night for the Badgers. Also the regular season finale.
Yeah, these two teams pretty familiar with each other. They've played each other a couple times this year. Bennington's won both of them, but they've been really close back and forth, and the start of this one's pretty much more of the same. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, both of those wins by the Badgers were in tournament play. This time, get the one-on-one. Nice block by Waverly there, but Bennington's able to continue, but Axsmith's tip is just a little bit shy. A nice hit by Bartles there, but Waverly's able to handle it. This time puck goes hard. And this time a little light tip by Bartles. But Waverly continuing to respond. Time it seemed like Bennington's offense was setting up a lot better.
Yeah, maybe emotions a little high here on senior night. A little jumpy at the beginning. Maybe they're settling down here a little bit.
A well-timed timeout. Nice block by Bartles. Oh, Waverly trying to finish it, but then Ruprecht's hit a little low. Waverly up 20-17 now. Just the first set. Ball's out, point to Bennington. Nice block there by Gross Hands for Waverly. Get them the side out. And back to serve for the Vikings is Addison Kirchhoff. Little tip by Allie Dew. Doesn't fool Waverly.
Yeah, it looked like the swing by Jeffers there for Waverly hits the antenna. Point Bennington.
Nice block there by Allie Dew. Bennington's back within one. And Grace Jensen back there for the Badgers to serve. She's your Class B number 13 in aces. And they're saying it's just out. Looked like it was about to get called in.
Yeah, it looked like the line judge called it in, but the up official, who has the power to overrule the line judge, got a pretty good view of that and decided to call it out.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I thought it was out from up here, but we're way up here.
Yeah, that's a big point there. Bennington down one. They get that call in. We're tied up at 21.
Mm-hmm. Bennington cheerleaders trying to get the crowd into it. See if we can get the girls to get a side out and maybe close this gap a little. Getting late in the first set. Best of 5 tonight. Back to serve for the Vikings is Annika Evans. Point for the Badgers. This hits long. And Bennington's tied it up, 22 all. And Waverly's going to call their last timeout on the set.
Yeah, a little trend here in the first set. It seems like both coaches seeing their team going through a little funk, decide to call a timeout and try to ice the server. So far, both teams have used their timeouts very, very wisely, and it's coming off a point for that team. So we'll see here if Waverly can get a side out, and it'll be huge.
All right, back to serve for the Badgers, Ali Ruprecht. Unfortunately, that block in the net, not quite enough, and it gets stuck.
And there it is.
Sure enough, like you said, very timely timeout. Nice kill by Axmit.
Big swing.
Tying it back up for the Badgers. Gonna need 2 in a row to end this.
Big point right here. Win this point, you serve for game.
There you go. Set point for the Badgers. See if they can put this one away. Student section getting into it for Stansberry. And Waverly's hit goes long. Badgers take set 1, 25-23. All right, like we said earlier, Bennington starting off strong, taking the first set for the 4th game in a row against a rated team. Let's see if they can turn around their fortunes lately and take the next 2 and win the game.
Yeah, with sub-district play right around the corner, it's pretty crucial to try and put together a full, complete game. We'll see what Bennington can do here in the second set.
I think Bennington volleyball is the last sport of the fall season. Still going at it. Golf had state recently. Cross country had state recently. Bennington football fell short of the playoffs this year. Had a chance in the last game against Scott. If they pulled a major upset there, they would have been able to get in the playoffs. But it wasn't to be this year. We're about to get things rolling for set number 2. Badgers took the first set, 25-23. And really kind of as we expected, a close game so far, a lot of back and forth. Stansberry serving, start set number 2. Now back to serve for the Vikings, Class B, number 20 in aces, Rose Grunwald. Big block at the net by the Vikings. But Bennington's able to counter and get a point of their own. Tied up 1-all. Back to serve for the Badgers, number 11, Michaela Puck. Call it in for the Vikings. I don't know about that. Did they count 4 on that one?
I think Bennington got just enough to keep this volley going here.
I thought I counted 4 from Waverly, but no one else seemed to complain, so maybe I just don't know how to count today. The Badgers hit goes out of bounds. So Waverly taking a 3-1 lead here. Well, miscue by the Badgers. Vikings go up 4-1. The serve and swing goes long. Back to serve for the Badgers, Reagan Smith. And a nice hit by Ruprecht right on the line. Badgers close within 1. Stansberry not able to handle that one. Ball goes back to Waverly. Nice block at the net by Ruprecht and Bartles. Puck not quite able to get there in time. Waverly up 7-4 now. Addison Kirchhoff back to serve for the Vikings. The Bennington student section trying to get the girls going. A little bit long for Stansberry there. Waverly extends their lead to 4. I believe this is the biggest lead in the game for either team. Otherwise, very tight game. And right on the line for the Badgers. Right in that corner.
That ball looked like it was going to sail out, but last second drops in there. Great touch by Ruprecht.
Waverly caught Bennington looking at that one.
Big swing by the freshman.
After that point from Waverly, Bennington's going to call a timeout and see if they can stop the bleeding a little bit. Like we said, senior night today here at Bennington. Got 4 seniors for the Badgers. Stansberry, Pratt-Lau, Dew, and Puck playing their last regular season game here in the Badger Den. Serving for the Vikings, Zonica Evans. Puck's block goes out of bounds. Waverly extends their lead again, 11-5. Feels a lot like that Duchesne game about a week and a half ago where the Badgers won a close one early and then lost pretty handily the second game to Duchesne, or the second set to Duchesne. Hopefully that's not the case this evening. Called double on that one. Badgers close the gap a little bit, 11-7. Ellie Ruprecht back to serve. lot of double touches tonight. Waverly back up 13-7.
Yeah, great job by Bennington to keep that ball alive. And as you could hear by the chant or the cheer from the Waverly fans, Tyza Hoos with the kill.
Plug's hit was blocked there, but it went out of bounds. So Bennington closing the gap a tiny bit. Still down 5. Just as we say that, side out again. Waverly up by 6 again. Back to serve for the Vikings is Rose Grunwald again. Class B number 20 in aces. It feels like this one's starting to slip away a little bit for Bennington.
Yeah, it just feels like not a whole lot of things are going right for Bennington here. Maybe string a few points together here, get back into this thing.
There we go. Kill by the Badgers, and Michaela Puck is also back to serve. Let's see if they can string a few together. A little wide for the Badgers. Waverly gets it back. And Schwang's serve goes a little wide. Now back to serve for the Badgers, Reagan Smith. Reagan Smith not quite able to handle the heat on that one. Waverly up 17-10. The Badgers take another timeout. Their last one of the set. Still reeling a little bit. Badger cheerleaders maybe try to get this crowd back into it. Get behind the girls and see if they can start closing the gap here. Getting down 17-10. Just set number 2 though. Nice block by Waverly at the net, but Bennington's able to keep it rolling. And Waverly just kind of gets caught staring at each other, seeing who is going to take it. The ball just dropped right in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, we'll see if Bennington can make that little miscommunication into some points here.
There it goes. 2 in a row. Nice timely timeout called by the Badgers. See if they can keep stringing it together. Point for the Badgers, back within 5. Nice little block of the net for the Badgers. And Waverly's able to counter and get the point there. Back up to 6-point difference. Nice hit for the Badgers. Once again, close the gap down to 5. See if they can string a few together here. Feel like they're going to need to get 3 or 4 to get back into this. One here or there isn't quite going to do it. So Ruprecht back to serve. Looked like a little miscommunication from Waverly, but they're able to regather. Bennington's able to take a point. That's 2 in a row. Let's see if they can keep stringing them together.
Just keep chipping away, 1 point at a time.
And they're going to call it out right in front of Ruprecht. Another point for Bennington. Back within 3, and Waverly's going to call a timeout. Not liking the way it's going. Bennington closing the gap a little bit here. Like you said, chip away, string a few together, and suddenly you're right back in it.
Yeah, cut this game to 20. See who can get to 21st. Just set little goals along the way. Because if you're Bennington, you can get to 21st. That's huge. Come climb all the way back and take the lead.
All right, here we go. Ruprecht serving again for Bennington. Seems like most of the timeouts tonight have been fruitful for the team calling timeout.
Great up.
Waverly fans want 2, but Bennington getting the point here, and they close it back within 2. So Bennington definitely has closed the gap here. Still a little bit to go. They keep chipping away at that Viking lead. Just off the hands, Bennington at the net there.
Yeah, great job by Waverly to change the pace of their attack there. Go a little quick, catch the Bennington block off guard.
Nice kill there for the Badgers. And once again back within 2. Class B number 12, and Ace is Stansberry back serving for the Badgers. Corrado's hit goes a little long, and Bennington is within one. And once again, Waverly calling another timeout, their last of the set. Last one didn't quite work out for them. They got one in that last one, but Bennington's closed the gap within one. We've got a tight game once again.
Yeah, wouldn't expect anything less. Bennington on a nice little 5-1 run. And like I said earlier about cutting that game short, see if you can see the race to 20. If you're Bennington, I know Waverly's there. But just down one compared to where you were about 5 minutes ago, you'll take it.
All right, here we go again. Stansbury serving for Bennington. A nice save by Rupert. Maybe gets a nice block from the net. Waverly fires back. Waverly up 21-19 now. Nice hit by Michaela Bartles there. Bring the ball back over to Bennington and close the gap to one. Nice block at the net by Waverly to get the point. And now serving for the Vikings, Hallie Schwang. Came off the fingers of puck a little funny there, but Bennington able to regroup there. Nice scrappy play by the Badgers so far. But for not. Waverly's within two of putting this away. And what's your call there, Braden?
Looked like Waverly in the net there. I believe they called it on Evans.
Reagan Smith serve. It's set point for Waverly. Bennington able to respond. Back within two. Bennington's gonna have to string three of these together. Still match point, excuse me, set point for Waverly. And a nice tip there by Allie Dew. Had Waverly scrambling around a bit. And Bennington's closed the gap within one. But still set point. And that is the set. Waverly takes that one 25-23. Another close one between number 9 Bennington, or excuse me, number 9 Waverly and number 10 Bennington. And we're back tied up 1 apiece.
The second set demons are back
Yeah.
for Bennington. See if they can shake it off. Get back to that 2-1 advantage.
All right, we're coming back for set number 3. Best of 5. All knotted up at 1 apiece. And we have been told we are lacking on the stupid jokes today. So, Braden.
Yes, I'm ready.
Did you see the movie about volleyball injuries?
I did not.
It was directed by Spike Lee.
Oh. We're off to a better start than last weekend.
Yeah. I had a site that had really difficult jokes to get. Bennington hit goes a little wide there. Nice hit by the Badgers, tie it back up. Stansberry's serve goes into the net there. There you go, another point for Bennington, tied up 2-all here in set number 3. A little bit of trouble at the net there, but Bennington's able to recover. And they go setting up their offense. And what looked like was going to be a hard hit, just a teeny little tip, dropped it right in. And Bennington takes a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, smart play by Bartles there. Kind of mistimed her jump a little bit, able to poke it over and find the floor.
There's Bartles again. Bennington up 4-2. Once again, Bartles with the tip. Bennington stringing them together now, 5-2. Waverly able to end that streak of Bennington points. I think they're gonna call.
Yep, looks like Bartles. Bartles in the net.
Not this time. Bartles scoring a bunch of points already. Nice hit there delivered by Waverly. A little long for Bartles there.
Yeah, looked like the right call there. Looked like it was just a bit out. Yeah, and Jensen there did her best to try and stay out of the net. Just a little tight to the net. Point Waverly.
Bartles hits block the net there. And a little bit too much bouncing around for Bennington. Waverly up 2 now. Nice hit by Ellie Ruprecht there. Now we've got Madison Pratlow back to serve for the Badgers. The block of the net where Badgers falls out of bounds though. Waverly back up 9-7. Madison Kirchhoff's serve goes wide. Brings up Class B, number 13 in aces, Grace Jensen for the Badgers. Puck looked to go cross court there and went a little too far cross court. The Badgers not quite able to handle Evans' serve. Waverly starting to build a little lead in set 3 here. Kelsey Proto's serve, hit there is blocked by the Badgers. And Abigail Clark's hit goes long there for the Vikings. Let's see another serve here by Ellie Ruprecht. Ooh, that one looked like it might have gone long, but Ruprecht decided to try to play it.
Yeah, and I think on those close calls, always best to just go ahead and try and play it.
Bennington closing the gap back down to 1. A little back and forth now. See if the Badgers can tie this one back up. And looks like off the fingertips. Point going away really there. Kelsey Proto's hit goes long there. Bennington back within 1. And it looks like the ball went well under the bleachers. Time for a new ball.
Yeah, there's a same spot a couple weeks ago. That ball got lost in there.
Hit delivered there by the Vikings. Put them back up within 2, back up to 2 on the difference. Stansberry able to handle the ball and keep Bennington's offense churning. Got a nice little set of plays here. And all that back and forth, and Waverly ups their score 1 more. Nice hit there by Axmit.
Yeah, and she's had a hot hand in this match so far through 3 sets. Seems like a lot of high percentage swings.
Proto's hit there. Looked like it went off the antenna again. Bennington back within 1. Reagan Smith serving for the Badgers. Little team effort to handle that serve. It proves to pay off. As Waverly back up to 2-point difference. A lot closer game here in set number 3. Much like the first set, really close back and forth battle. Set number 2, Waverly seemed to be pulling away. The Badgers came back to make it interesting. Now we're back to a tight battle again in set 3 here. So just barely over the net there. The tag team blocked by Jensen and Dew. Bennington tying it back up.
Yep, good block.
Nice tag team block again by Ruprecht and Dew this time. Bennington takes the lead, and Waverly calling their first time out of the set. Bennington struck 3 or 4 together here. Let's see if the Badgers can keep this momentum going. Go the timeout and keep on rolling. All right, here we go. Madison Pralau ready to serve it up and hopefully keep this string of Badger points going. And that's Dew once again. A point for the Badgers. They extend their lead to 2. Able to fight through the timeout and keep rolling. This time Waverly able to counter. Bennington still with a 1-point lead here. Very tight game, tight set. Grace Jensen's tip just a little long there. Wide, tied back up, 18 all. A lot of movement by the Badgers to get in there. It pays off. Bennington back up 1, 19-18. We're back tied up 19 all. Waverly seems to have recovered a bit from their little slump. A nice back and forth game set again. Looks like they're giving the point to Waverly there.
Yeah, looks like they're saying puck swing hit the net. Waverly unable to touch it, which would give the point to Waverly.
I politely disagree with that call. And Coach Wright taking a timeout. Looked like he voiced a tiny bit of displeasure there with the official, saying he also disagreed.
Yeah, and then this timeout here just kind of makes his team settle down here. Big point in the set here. Don't want a call to fluster you, get you to rush things on the offensive side.
Yeah, and really only the first one in the set, so.
Yeah, and that timeout just kind of refocus and forget about that play and move on.
I think exactly like you said. Close call like that, a little bit of disagreeing, and good to just regroup and settle down a bit. Stansbury able to get a hold of that ball and keep it alive for the Badgers. Nice little tip in by Allie Dew, but Waverly is able to get a hand on it. Once again, she's trying to a little tip. But Waverly able to counter, and they're up 2 now.
Yeah, good scrappy defense by Waverly. All those tips back to back to back. Waverly finding a way to keep it alive.
Oh, right on the line there. Nice block there by Puck. Get the ball back to Bennington. And Rupert's going to be back serving again for the Badgers. Bennington not quite able to handle it off the block, and Waverly back up 22-20. A 2-point lead for Waverly. Looks like Badgers are continuing to play a little soft there with the tips. But not this time. Allie Dew going hard. Bennington's back to 21-22.
Yeah, it almost looked like Waverly's defense. They're expecting the tip. Defense kind of creeping up towards the net, and Dew able to find the back line.
For sure. It looked like they were trying to set that up. And a nice ace there. The Badgers have tied it back up. And there you go, Waverly calling a timeout. Good momentum on that ace by Stansbury. Waverly want to kill that momentum, I think.
Yeah, both liberos for both teams have been serving really aggressively, really smart, finding spots on the court that are pretty difficult to serve to, changing up their speed. They've been putting on a show.
Both crowds getting into it a little bit here.
Yeah, I think they can sense the meaning of this next point here, with the game tied at 1 set apiece. And this set tied 22 all. This point here out of the timeout will be crucial and really, really big for either team.
Well, definitely Stansbury, someone you want back there serving if you're the Badgers. And number 12 in the state, and aces. But this time goes a little bit long. Waverly's back in the lead, 23-22. A nice hit there by Michaela Bartles. Bennington tying it back up. Let's see if Puck can string 2 together here and put it away. Puck's number 10 in the state in aces. There you go. I think Bartles called their own number there and said, let me take this. Put it on my shoulders.
And watching Bennington games prior to this, it's almost a comfort play to run that quick little set to Bartles and have her swing away.
All right, set point here. Kayla Puck up to serve. Stansberry just gets a hold of that one. And a nice shot right in the corner. And Bennington takes set number 3. Excuse me, 25-23. Another 25-23.
Yeah, it's a pretty good indicator on just how even these teams are.
Yeah, and between the last 2 sets, Braden said he thinks we're going 5 here, so plenty of time for bad jokes. I, for one, would like to see Bennington just put it away in this next one.
I'd be okay with that.
If you want to get your bang for the buck, 5 sets is the way to go. Last 2 times Bennington and Waverly met, Bennington took 2 games. This time they're going to have to take 3. Just broke that slump of one and dones. Bennington did there. All right, bad joke time. What do you call a girl standing in the middle of a volleyball court?
I'm not sure.
A net.
Oh.
Oh, that's 2. 2 bad jokes that even I can get.
Man, they must be really bad.
All right, I wonder if you can get this one. What does a police officer do on a volleyball court? Serve and protect.
Serve and protect, okay.
And protect.
Okay.
All right, we got 30 seconds. I can squeeze one more in here. I guess it's senior night, so this one kind of plays to that. What does a volleyball player do at prom?
I'm not sure.
Spike the punch.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and I'm done, folks. I don't know.
I think that's a good one to end on.
All right, here we go. Bennington's going to start serving with Ellie Ruprecht in the 4th set here. Badgers started off with an early lead that last set, and fell behind for quite a while there. And
I think you got to set Axman here.
Right on that one. Bennington up, draws first blood, set 4.
Jensen does do a really good job of mixing it up, finding different hitters. But I think Axman, I think you got to keep setting her, keep letting her get some swings.
Yeah, I agree. You go with the hot hand, and she seems to have caught fire a bit here and there. Then again, Bartles, too, ended that game the last set pretty hot. Both teams coming out pretty hard this set. Bennington wanting to put it away, and Waverly wanting to bring it back to even. Stansberry with a little jump there with the serve. Oh, and it sails in the crowd a little bit. Too hot for Bennington to handle. We're tied back up at 2 apiece. Puck drives that one home. Bennington back up 3-2. Just for that, puck gets to go back and serve. Just off the net there. Looks like it calling double touch on Waverly. Oh, and this time pucks serve a little lower in the net. Doesn't quite roll on over to the top. Waverly back within 1. Nice hit there for the Badgers. Feels a lot like the last set here. Bennington took a small early lead. See if they can keep it rolling. A little back and forth there. Waverly not quite able to settle it down. The Badgers are up 3. 6-3, Bennington. Got some good action going here, and just past the outstretched arms of puck there. Ball goes back over to Waverly. For Addison Kershaw to serve. And her serve goes into the net. Now Madison Pratlow to serve, one of the seniors tonight for the Badgers. Some good blocking at the net for Bennington. And it's paying off. Bennington up 8-4. Another 1-2 block by Jensen and Dew there. I don't know if it even quite got to them or not. Doesn't matter though. Bennington extending their lead to 5. Yeah, looking like they're wanting to put this one away. Enough is enough, says Bennington. Let's send this little slump we've been in. So Waverly taking their first time out of the set. Trying to disrupt that momentum Bennington seems to have gained. I find it interesting that Bennington's won all the matchups this season between Bennington and Waverly, and yet Waverly is ranked ahead of Bennington now.
Yeah, Waverly is kind of, well, with Bennington playing their tough part of their schedule the last couple games, taking a few losses. Waverly's been playing pretty well as of late. Just last week it was reversed with Bennington number 9, Waverly number 10. As Jensen gets the dump there. But yeah, I think either way, however you stack them up, I think both of them deserve to be rated, and both of them are playing really good volleyball.
Yeah, it's really not always about what you've done, but what you're doing now when it comes to rankings. And really, once it comes to postseason play, rankings don't mean a thing. Everybody starts off at even.
Yep, throw them out the window. They don't mean anything.
And Waverly seems to slow Bennington's momentum with a couple points here. Bennington still holding an 11-6 lead. Set 4 here, still playing to 25. And Annika Evans again serving for the Vikings. Allie Dews, it goes a little bit long there. Now it seems Waverly's got a little bit momentum, trying to come back and close this gap. A little miscommunication, a little confusion there. Another point for Waverly, and Coach Wright decides to call a timeout for the Badgers. Big momentum shift, it feels like there.
Yeah, and just like that, Waverly right back in it. I think it'll be important for Bennington after this timeout to come out, get the side out, get the serve back, push a few points, get that lead back up to 4 or 5, and see if you can't finish this set strong.
Yeah, definitely would be good going into the postseason play, coming off a win, especially considering the tough end of the regular season that Bennington's faced. Real tough schedule at the end of the regular season.
Very tough.
I've always said, though, it's good to take some lumps against the best competition rather than beat up on the weaker competition. That way, when it comes to postseason, when you see that tough competition again, you can been there, done that against them. And it's nothing new. And just like that, Bennington back scoring again.
Yeah, we'll see if Bennington can push a few here.
Mishandling there, and Waverly gets a point going. Bennington staying up 12-10. Van Skoy back to serve for the Vikings. Michaela Puck handles that serve. And a hit by Peroto, scoring another one for the Vikings. Nice little back and forth of the net with Dew. Waverly finds a hole there and ties it up, 12
Yeah,
all.
Great job by Evans with a little one-hand set.
Do just a little bump over there. Badgers keep it alive. Stansberry able to get it over the net, and we're still playing. And once again, Waverly finds a hole, same spot in the Bennington defense, and Waverly taking a lead. Time ties a Hoos. Can always tell when Ties a Hoos scores.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, should have let that one go out. But Reagan Smith lost her spot a little bit on the court. Decided to play it, and Waverly capitalizes. Going up 14-12 now. Stansberry receives the serve there for the Badgers. A little bit long again. 15-12 Waverly, and Coach Wright of the Badgers decides to take the second time out of the set. Waverly definitely having the momentum swing back in their favor. They've got a bit nice lead there for a while.
Yeah, give Waverly a lot of credit. They got down early here in this fourth set and have fought back and taken control.
See if Bennington put a little freeze on this momentum and get a side out and string a few together.
Oh yeah, a lot of volleyball left here. Get a side out. See if we can tie this thing back up.
Bennington holding a 2-1 lead this game. Puck delivers a shot, but Vanskoy's able to handle it. A little miscue on the Badgers, and Waverly scoring another point. Puck's hit a little long there. The momentum for Waverly continues. They are up 5 now, 17-12. Vanskoy switching sides up a little bit there to serve. Dudes hit a wee bit short there along the net. There's nothing really Coach Wright can do to slow the momentum. He's just got to trust these girls to fire back, and sure enough.
There you go.
Hopefully that's enough to kill the momentum, but now Bennington's got to start scrapping back again.
Yep, got some ground to make up here.
Kind of reminiscent of the second set there. Bennington had a early lead And Waverly took a nice lead. See if Bennington's able to battle back again. Dew gets blocked again at the net. Waverly goes a little long there. Bennington strung two together. We'll see puck coming back in for Hopkins. And Ruprecht to serve. Nice block by Dew there. Bennington starting to cut into that lead. Still down 3. Like to say, chipping away.
Chipping away.
There you go again, Waverly finding that little hole in the defense. Bennington looked like they were thinking she was going to set it. Just a little over. Finds the hole. Nacksmith hit there, blocked the net. Now puck gives it a shot. Proto's hit falls short of the net.
Yeah, it looks like she was trying to sharp cut on that swing, just kind of get enough of it.
Badgers unable to block that one at the net. Falls on their side of the floor. Now Waverly's extended their lead back to 4. Speaking of 4, before Hallie Schwang back to serve for the Vikings. Michaela Puck receives that serve. Puck swing is blocked. Another point going to Waverly. Waverly back up to a 5-point lead here. Starting to get late in this set. Now puck back to serve for the Badgers, number 10 in Class B in aces. Senior for the Badger. Just squeaks it over the net there. And once again, Waverly able to find a hole in Bennington's defense. It seems like they keep finding the empty spot on the floor, right where there's no one to go. Serve there, long by Proto. Giving Bennington an opportunity to go back on offense here. Reagan Smith back to serve.
Tough serve, good job by Waverly to keep it alive.
Bartels trying to go a little bit across court. Waverly able to respond, and Waverly's up to 23. Bennington still at 18. Puck receives Kirchhoff's serve. Once again, Waverly trying to find that hole. Bennington able to just get there in time. But just as I say that, Jeffers finds a hole in the back of the defense. And Waverly's at set point.
Yeah, Bennington see if he can steal a couple points here heading into the 5th set.
It looked like Rupert could find a hole, but Waverly gets there, fires back. Waverly takes set number 4, and you are correct. We are going to 5. All right, set number 5, short set. The race for 15.
Race to 15.
Feel like momentum's going to be a major factor in this final set. Waverly definitely seeming to have the momentum to end set 4.
You're exactly right.
See if the Badgers can come out firing.
Yeah, towards the end of that last set, as I was saying, hopefully Bennington could score a few points there just to try and kill that momentum of Waverly just a little bit heading into this set. But yeah, you're right. Momentum all on Waverly's side.
We are getting our money's worth tonight. 5-set match. Team Class B, numbers 9 and 10. There's a reason why they're rated so closely, and we're seeing it now. All right, so we got another set, a little bit of time. One more bad joke.
Let's end it on a good one. Let's end it on a good one.
Tuesday. Why did the blonde volleyball player lose her waitressing job?
I don't know.
Someone told her to serve food. Dinner roll coming your way. Alrighty, here we go. Set 5. All knotted up to a piece. Waverly's gonna kick it off. Do get the point there. Badgers drawing blood first here. Stansberry's serving for the Badgers. A little bit too much on that for Jensen to handle. Waverly knotted back up at 1. Puck's hit a little bit short there. Into the net. Tied back up at 2 apiece. It seemed like Waverly had just handled that, but goes out of bounds. Bennington taking back the lead. Badgers get a nice block to the net, but Waverly responds. Tie it back up. And this time, Stansberry is able to dig the ball out of the stands.
The bleacher monster is not getting that one.
Oh, nice. Badgers able to keep it alive. Take the lead back. Then Pratlow back to serve, one of the seniors for the Badgers tonight. And senior night here, the Badger Den. There you go, Ruprecht's hit goes off the hands of Waverly and out of bounds. Badgers up 2. Waverly finding another hole in the Bennington defense. Senior Stansberry taking that serve. Now they do not able to capitalize. Waverly's tied it back up, 5-all. Oh, and the serve just crawls over the net. The Badgers not quite able to get there. Waverly taking a 6-5 lead now. And senior Allie Dew finding a spot. We're tied back up, 6-all. Close back and forth set here. Puck finds the floor. Badgers back in the lead.
If Bennington scores one more point here, I believe they will switch sides.
Bennington keeps it alive. This time, Dew gets the point. Bennington with the 8-6 lead.
I stand corrected. They will not switch sides.
Waverly trying to kill some momentum here. Takes a timeout. Their first of 2 available to them this set. Grace Jensen's going to be back to serve again for the Badgers. Junior, number 13 in the state in aces for the Badgers. Combination a little bit short and a lot of bit block for the Badgers. And they've extended their lead to 3, 9-6. Jensen almost finds a hole there with her serve. Waverly's able to keep it alive. We got a nice back and forth going here. Ellie Rupert's hit bounced off a little bit of Waverly and finds a lot of it floor. And now the Bennington student section getting into it, the crowd getting into it, and Waverly using another timeout. Their last of the set.
Yeah, and if you're Bennington, keep pushing. Don't let Waverly climb back into this thing. We saw how the fourth set ended with Waverly going on a big run.
Bennington able to keep it alive there. And Jeffers' hit goes into the net there. Now Waverly drives one home. Get the ball back. Bennington with a nice 4-point lead now. But as you said, they can't let their guard down and let Waverly back into this. Because Waverly's done quite a bit this game. And there you go, another one for Waverly. Ties a Hoos. Back to serve for the Vikings, Annika Evans. And Puck able to barely save that one. But Stansbury not quite able to get to the hole in time. Another point for Waverly. The Badgers are going to call a timeout. Waverly's put a few together to close the gap.
Yeah, Waverly's a scrappy team. You can never count them out. A lot of talent. Not surprised they've climbed back into this thing.
Again, a short race to 15 here in the fifth set. Well, it looked like Allie Dew was going to find a hole there in Waverly's D. Waverly's able to recover. Badgers able to keep it alive here. Stansberry will save it and gets it over. Waverly gets a nice setup though as Bennington was scrambling to get back in position. And they've brought it back within one. And Allie Dews
able to keep it alive there.
Blocked, but yes, Bennington able to keep it alive, and Waverly thought it was over. At least the Waverly fans thought it was over, but we're still playing. And Waverly able to get it just over the outstretched arms of Stansberry. And Waverly has tied it back up.
This is good stuff. This is exciting, high-paced.
There you go. Jeffers goes a wee bit long there. Bennington back up 12-11, still maintaining a lead now. And they're taking their lead back. And a huge block by Allie Dew.
Yeah, big time block, crucial part of the point, or part of the set, excuse me. Big momentum play.
Again, Allie Dew there with the block with Michaela Puck again. The two come together to block. This time just off their fingertips. But Bennington able to keep playing. Nice back and forth play here. Ooh, might have gone long, but better to play it in that time. Bennington goes a little bit long. Point in Waverly's favor. But Bennington still holding on to that 1-point lead here. And race to 15. This set and game potentially winding down here. Rupert not quite able to get to that one. And Waverly's tied it back up. And Bennington's going to use their last timeout here. Try to regather the troops.
Yeah, if you're a volleyball fan, this is one heck of a game. Two ranked teams. Two teams playing at a high level. It's fun to watch.
All right, here we go. Kennedy Vanskoy to serve for the Vikings. Bennington student section trying to throw her off her game a little bit. Nice hit by accident, but it's blocked by the Vikings.
Big time block by the Vikings.
We're at game point here. Match point for the Vikings. Everybody really getting into it here. Puck's hit goes wide. She thinks it's off their hands, but the officials say no, and that's the game. Waverly taking this one by 2, 15-13.
Yeah, great match. Great win for Waverly. If you're Bennington, shake it off. Sub-districts here coming up. Brand new season once postseason hits, so.
Yep, nothing to be ashamed of. The last 4 games have been tough. Hopefully, with sitting, they're able to get a little bit easier of an opponent. To at least start things off and get some game momentum back.
Oh yeah, nothing to hang your head about here. So.
Absolutely. Well, after this, we are taking about a month off, and we will be back in late November for some wrestling and basketball right behind that. We have black and blue duel scheduled for the 28th, Tuesday the 28th, followed by the 30th. Lincoln Southeast comes to town. Then right behind that, the next day, Nebraska City basketball comes up to face the Badgers. And then the next day, the Bennington Invite. So we take a month off, but then we just get back to back to back to back.
Jump right back in it.
Get right back in it. Have a lot of broadcasts for you right at the end of November, beginning of December. Lead us into the winter sports season. Thank you all for watching today.